Hey, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, welcome and sit back. So today we're going to talk about the top 5 things you probably should know before you jump into having a small engine repair shop. So the first thing would be regulations. There are a lot of things that are regulating our industry. So when I say regulations and rules, is first is the place that you want to set up shop. How is it zoned? Is it zoned commercial, residential, or are you where it really doesn't matter? Uh, do you have to get certain permits to open up your business? You have your business insurance, liability insurance. You have, uh, if you're going to have employees, how are you going to do payroll taxes? Um, for us, what I found easiest, because it takes a long time to learn, is I have an accountant that does my payroll. That's all she does. I do my own taxes, but she does payroll because that way I don't want to look over my shoulder. You need, before you can get started, is a sales tax number so that you have the ability to collect sales tax. The next thing you have to consider is equipment. What are you going to need for equipment to properly diagnose customers' machines and get them in and get them out in a hurry? Where are you going to get that equipment from? How are you going to purchase it? Now, I'm a firm believer in not going head over tea kettles in debt, because if this ends up being something that you really aren't thrilled about doing after you get started into it, then you're not sitting on big loans. So, I mean, you can get a lot of your tools from Harbor Freight, a lot of your diagnostic tools from Harbor Freight, everything from a spark tester to a compression tester, your wrenches, your sockets, And then there's some specialty tools that you can find online that for adjusting carburetors on chainsaws, weed eaters that have the half moon, full moon. They're small, like screwdrivers. Well, my suggestion on that end would be don't go into debt for it. One of the things that I recommend for guys that are just starting out, and this can be purchased at Tractor Supply, and I think even Harbor Freight carries them now, but they're just a simple lawnmower lift. When I say a lift, it just lifts the front tires up. You drive it up on or you push it up on, and as you lift it, it tilts it up so you have access to the blades to clean the bottom of the deck, where you can blow off everything. You can check belts, replace blades, sharpen blades, and then set it back down and back it out. We use that a lot for the lawnmowers, the riding lawnmowers. So number 2 is equipment. Number 3 is customer care. It's how do you get your customers? How do you keep your customers, retain your customers, and best policies to follow. Now, here in our shop, my number 1 rule is never lie to a customer. Never. I've found that the more open and honest you are with them, the more they trust you, and the more they're willing to recommend you to other people. Every customer of ours is very important, and I treat them that way. And when it comes to repairs, what I've found is the more you keep the customer informed up to a certain point. Some customers don't want to know. They just say, fix the doggone thing and get it back to me. Whereas others are, well, I only have like so much to spend, and if it gets expensive, when I hear that, that goes to, all right, so back to our number 2 rule in the shop is I will not put a dime more into a customer's machine than I would one of our own machines. And what do I mean by that? I mean, if I own that machine, would it really be worth buying a new engine and putting it on it, or doing a rebuild of the engine that's on it and it's 20 years old. To me, it just makes no sense. Whereas you could take that money and put a down payment on a brand new one and get another 20 years out of it. But that's where I throw it back at the customer. I let them decide. I give them options. I tell them exactly what it is, what's going on in layman's terms, because you don't have to get into specifics. That internally the engine broke down and it's going to need X, Y, and Z. So how you retain customers and how you treat customers is going to be probably, to me anyways, the biggest aspect of your whole business. You have to enjoy being around people. You have to be able to talk to people. And it comes natural for me. As long as you're not asking me to be dishonest, I can talk all day. But the minute you tell me to be dishonest, I can't. I can't. Don't lower your standards for anybody. And that comes back to, pricing of what you're charging customers. Here at my shop, I have kind of a sliding scale. I don't tell my customers that, but I got a sliding scale. If it's an older couple that are on Social Security, they're going to pay less than the guy and gal that are making $60,000, $70,000 a year. And it's not that one is more deserving than the other. It's I'm taking $1,000 away from someone with Social Security is probably close to their whole check. Whereas somebody making 60, they can kind of put it over time, over a couple months, and not have it hit the budget too hard. And we do a lot of free stuff. And, people are like, what? Yeah. If we know someone needs something done and they don't have the money, and you do have the ability to help them without having it cost you an arm and a leg, I believe in paying it forward. So that means by helping this customer out, good chances are somebody else is going to come in and help you out. I mean, it's worked really well for us when it comes to customers, So number 4 is to develop a good marketing ideas of what you're going to do to get your business launched. I've got a video, I can post it up here, of where I show beginners of where they can advertise for free. And you probably should watch that if you haven't already. But, there's different forms of advertising. You have TV, radio, print. And then now with the internet, you have a number of other places. You can Google. Google's a big one. Facebook. But what's really worked best for us has been probably Facebook. And you can do it for free on Facebook. We did the paid service in the beginning and then switched over to, and like I say, that video of how to do it for free. And then 5, you need to stay up to date with what's coming out. Every year there's upgrades and little things that you should know. So you need to stay up with the industry. And if you're gonna try to be a warranty shop for Briggs, Kohler, there's warranty schools that they want you or your mechanic or both to go to. Yes, you have to pay for it. But once you come away from it, it's usually just a weekend set of classes, but then you become Briggs certified, Kohler certified, and you can fetch a higher amount when it comes to the warranty. This kind of helps you out a little bit. If if you like what you're seeing with what we're doing with the channel, if you could please like and subscribe, which is down below and at the end screen. And we'll keep publishing videos until somebody lets us know in the comment section, of what video would you like to see? What would help you the most? How can I help you the most? And on that note, we'll talk to you on the next video. Thanks so much.